Welcome to the Band History Podcast. I'm your host, Ben Carter. In the heart of the Indian subcontinent, nestled among the sacred texts of the ancient world, lies a treasure trove of enigmatic tales and cryptic verses. The Vedas, the oldest scriptures of Hinduism, dating back to approximately 2,000 years before Christ, are filled with rich narratives of celestial beings, advanced technologies, and epic battles in the skies. But are these merely symbolic tales, or do they contain clues to a forbidden history, a time when beings from the stars walked among us? In the Rig Veda, one of the 4 canonical texts, there are startling accounts of flying machines known as Vimanas. These were not mere chariots of the gods, as some would have us believe, but detailed descriptions of advanced vehicles capable of traveling vast distances, even into the cosmos. Their design, propulsion, operation, even their weaponry, all meticulously recorded in the sacred verses, resonate eerily with our modern understanding of aeronautics and astroengineering. The Mahabharata, an epic poem of ancient India, also speaks of these Vimanas. It recounts tales of divine beings descending from the sky in radiant vehicles, engaging in battles that decimated entire cities, leaving behind scars on the earth that still puzzle scientists today. One such event, the infamous nuclear episode of the Mahabharata, describes an explosion that decimated an entire city, its inhabitants reduced to ashes, the survivors losing their hair and nails, as if echoing the chilling aftermath of a nuclear fallout. The description of these events is so vivid and precise, it's impossible to dismiss them as mere imagination or poetic license. The parallels between what is described in the Vedas and our understanding of modern technology are too striking, the similarities too uncanny. Could these ancient texts be evidence of an advanced extraterrestrial civilization that interacted with our ancestors, sharing their knowledge and leaving behind their legends in the form of these sacred texts? The Vedic texts are filled with such enigmas, tantalizing hints of a time when gods and men interacted openly. When celestial beings, possibly from other star systems, shared their wisdom and technology with humanity, shaping our civilization's early development. Listen to the verses, and you will hear echoes of these ancient astronauts in every line, a testament to a forbidden past that we are only beginning to understand. In the vast cosmic playground, could humanity have once been the ward of advanced extraterrestrial civilizations? Or are we still, unknowingly, under their watchful gaze, waiting for the time when we will once again soar through the sky in our Vimanas, reclaiming our place among the stars? Only time, and perhaps the deciphering of these ancient verses, will unravel this cosmic mystery. To fully grasp the narrative of ancient astronauts, we must delve into the roots of the Vedic civilization, a culture that blossomed on the Indian subcontinent more than 3,000 years ago. The Vedic Age, as it's known, is considered a significant period in Indian history, laying the foundation for the development of Indian culture and philosophy. It was during this epoch that the Vedas, the oldest scriptures of Hinduism, were composed. These sacred texts contain a vast wealth of knowledge, from spiritual teachings to intricate rituals, and, as we've noted, fascinating accounts of divine technologies and celestial beings. The Vedic civilization was characterized by a profound understanding of the cosmos, a feature reflected in their intricate cosmic mythology. Their pantheon of deities, each associated with a natural element or celestial body, was a testament to their deep connection with the universe. They perceived the divine not as separate from them, but as entities intertwined with the physical world, influencing their daily lives. But it is the Vedic civilization's advanced knowledge, particularly in the realm of astronomy, that piques our interest. The Vedas and other ancient Indian texts showcase a deep understanding of celestial mechanics, far beyond what should have been possible for a civilization of that era. For instance, the Surya Siddhanta, a major work on Indian astronomy, accurately calculates the solar year and the Earth's diameter, among other astronomical phenomena. Furthermore, Vedic society had a cyclic concept of time, believing in the existence of vast eons known as yugas, each spanning millions of years. This perception of time, so expansive and limitless, seems to align with our modern understanding of cosmic timescales. And then there are the Vimanas, the heavenly chariots described in the Vedas, which are depicted as technologically advanced vehicles capable of traversing the vast expanses of the cosmos. The detailed description of these celestial vehicles, their operation, and their capabilities suggest an understanding of aeronautics and engineering far ahead of their time. Considering this context, the theory of ancient astronauts doesn't seem so far-fetched. If a civilization as ancient as the Vedic had knowledge that aligns with modern scientific understanding, is it not possible that this knowledge came from an external, perhaps extraterrestrial source? As we dive deeper into this subject, we will explore more such instances from various cultures around the world that hint at a possibility of ancient extraterrestrial contact. A hidden history lies beneath the surface, waiting to be uncovered. The echoes of ancient astronauts reverberate in our legends, our myths, and our ancient texts, telling a tale of cosmic visitors and ancient wisdom. As we listen to these echoes, we might just uncover the truth about our place in the universe. When we delve deeper into the whispered narratives of ancient astronaut theory, a few key figures, texts, and discoveries emerge. These are the secret threads that, when woven together, form the tapestry of a cosmic narrative far more intriguing than our conventional history suggests. Let's start with the Rig Veda, the oldest of the four Vedas, an ancient Indian text consisting of over 1,000 hymns. Within its verses we find references to divine beings from the sky, gods that arrived in celestial chariots. The most notable among these figures is Indra, hailed as the Lord of the Heavens, often depicted riding a resplendent chariot across the sky. But what if Indra's chariot was not a mythical vehicle, but an advanced spacecraft? The text describes it as speedy and traversing a great distance, characteristics that align strikingly with our contemporary understanding of space travel. The Mahabharata, another ancient Indian epic, also holds intriguing references. It describes a catastrophic weapon, the Brahmastra, that had the power to annihilate entire civilizations, leaving behind a desolate landscape and causing harmful aftereffects resembling radioactive fallout. Some theorists suggest that this could be an account of nuclear weaponry, knowledge that should have been beyond the reach of a civilization from 5,000 years ago. In terms of archaeological discoveries, the city of Mohenjo-Daro, once a thriving metropolis of the ancient Indus Valley civilization, presents a compelling case. Excavations at the site have unearthed fused glass and vitrified bricks, signs of an extremely high-temperature event, akin to a nuclear explosion. Could this ancient city have been the victim of the Brahmastra, as described in the Mahabharata? Let's not forget the whistleblowers and esoteric writers who have risked their reputations to bring these theories to light. Authors like Erich von Däniken, whose book Chariots of the Gods laid down the groundwork for the ancient astronaut theory, challenging mainstream historical narratives and offering a radical new perspective on our past. Another significant figure is David Hatcher Childress, an adventurer and author who dedicated his life to investigating ancient mysteries. His work on Vimanas has widely popularized the concept of these ancient flying machines, bringing it to the mainstream consciousness. From ancient scrolls detailing celestial chariots to whistleblowers challenging the status quo, a forbidden narrative begins to emerge. As we connect the dots, we are led to the tantalizing possibility that our ancestors may not have been alone. That perhaps the gods of old were not metaphysical entities, but visitors from distant galaxies, guiding humanity on its journey through time. The core theory of ancient astronauts posits that extraterrestrial beings visited Earth thousands of years ago, interacting with, and perhaps even influencing, the development of ancient human civilizations. This theory challenges the mainstream historical narrative that ancient civilizations were isolated entities, evolving independently of external influences. It suggests that our ancestors had contact with advanced civilizations from other worlds, which could explain the astounding technological and cultural advancements seen in ancient civilizations like the Vedic culture. Among the most compelling anomalies supporting this theory are the seemingly out-of-place technological descriptions found within ancient texts like the Vedas. For instance, the detailed descriptions of Vimanas, which were said to be celestial flying chariots capable of interstellar travel and armed with devastating weapons, challenge our understanding of our past. How could ancient human civilizations, supposedly lacking the knowledge of modern science and technology, conceive of such advanced concepts? Furthermore, the theory of ancient astronauts disrupts the conventional understanding of ancient mythology. The gods revered in these ancient cultures, often depicted as powerful beings descending from the sky, could be interpreted as extraterrestrial visitors. The idea that these deities were not metaphysical entities but flesh-and-blood aliens from distant galaxies is a significant departure from traditional religious interpretations. The existence of structures and artifacts that defy conventional archaeological explanations also supports this theory. The vitrified bricks found in Mohenjo-Daro, for example, suggest exposure to extreme temperatures that would not have been possible with the technology available at the time. This evidence points towards a potential nuclear event, which aligns with descriptions of the devastating Brahmastra weapon in the Mahabharata. How could a civilization from thousands of years ago have knowledge of, let alone the ability to harness, nuclear energy? Finally, we cannot overlook the vast number of ancient petroglyphs, cave paintings, and artworks from various cultures around the world, which depict humanoid figures with non-human characteristics, often associated with celestial objects. These artistic renderings are interpreted by some as the ancients' attempt to document their encounters with extraterrestrial beings. These anomalies challenge the mainstream historical narrative and conventional logic, suggesting that we may need to reassess our understanding of our past. The theory of ancient astronauts, while controversial, presents an alternative perspective on human history that is as intriguing as it is unsettling. Our examination now turns to the tangible, the physical and scientific evidence that could either substantiate or refute the ancient astronaut theory. The first port of call is the mysterious megalithic sites scattered around the globe. These sites, such as the Great Pyramid of Giza or the stone monuments of Machu Picchu, demonstrate a precision in construction that defies conventional historical understanding. Their complex design and perfect alignment with celestial bodies point to a level of knowledge and technology that seems incongruous with the era they were supposedly built. Carbon dating, a process used to determine the age of ancient artifacts and fossils, has been used extensively to date these megalithic structures. This technique, based on the decay of radioactive isotopes, has given us a timeline that places many of these constructions in a time when human civilization was supposedly in its infancy. However, inconsistencies and inaccuracies in carbon dating have led some to question its reliability. Could these sites be far older or perhaps even younger than we believe? Then there's the concept of sacred geometry, a belief that certain geometric shapes hold a fundamental value in the universe. This concept is evident in the layout and construction of many ancient sites, suggesting a knowledge of complex mathematical principles. The Great Pyramid of Giza, for example, embodies the golden ratio, a mathematical principle that wasn't supposedly discovered until the time of the ancient Greeks, thousands of years later. Modern DNA studies have also thrown a curveball into the mix. Geneticists have found traces of DNA in human genomes that can't be linked to any known human ancestor. Could this be evidence of ancient extraterrestrial intervention, as some proponents of the ancient astronaut theory suggest? The physical evidence is compelling but not conclusive. It's steeped in mystery, anomalies, and unexplained phenomena that modern science struggles to definitively explain. Yet it's this very ambiguity that keeps the door ajar for alternative theories. The scientific community has yet to reach a consensus on these matters. Critics argue that these mysteries can be explained through natural phenomena or human ingenuity, while proponents of the ancient astronaut theory see them as irrefutable proof of extraterrestrial visitation. The truth, as always, may be somewhere in between. But one thing is certain: our understanding of our past is far from complete, and the quest for answers continues. Despite the compelling evidence and the questions that remain unanswered, the ancient astronaut theory has faced considerable pushback. Notably, it is the mainstream academia, media, and institutions that have largely dismissed, debunked, or even suppressed this theory. The reasons for this resistance are multifaceted, ranging from methodological concerns to ideological biases. For academia, the issue often lies within the realm of methodology. Many scholars argue that the proponents of the ancient astronaut theory are selective with their evidence, cherry-picking anomalies and enigmatic artifacts while ignoring the wealth of information that supports conventional theories of human history. Some scholars also criticize the theory for its lack of peer-reviewed research, a cornerstone of academic credibility. Institutions, particularly those tied to organized religions, may see the ancient astronaut theory as a direct challenge to their narratives. For these institutions, accepting the possibility of extraterrestrial beings as our ancient gods could undermine their religious teachings and beliefs. As a result, they may be motivated to dismiss or even suppress such ideas. The media, on the other hand, often plays a dual role. While some outlets give a platform to alternative theories, others tend to debunk or mock them, often grouping the ancient astronaut theory with other fringe theories and presenting them as entertainment rather than serious lines of inquiry. This portrayal can influence public perception, leading many to dismiss the idea out of hand. Another key factor is the general societal bias towards the status quo. The human tendency to resist change, especially changes that challenge deeply held beliefs or understanding of the world, can lead to a dismissive attitude towards theories like the ancient astronaut theory. The mainstream pushback against the ancient astronaut theory, however, does not inherently discredit it. Instead, it highlights the complexities and controversies inherent in the study of our past. It reminds us that our understanding of history is not static, but an ever-evolving narrative shaped by new discoveries, interpretations, and debates. Whether the ancient astronaut theory will ever gain mainstream acceptance remains to be seen. However, the enduring intrigue and persistent questions ensure that this theory, and the larger quest to understand our past and our place in the universe, will continue to captivate us for generations to come. The truth may be elusive, but the search for it is an integral part of our human journey. The pursuit of knowledge, no matter how controversial or challenging, is a testament to our innate curiosity and desire to understand the world around us. Moving beyond the physical dimensions, we venture into the realm of the metaphysical, the spiritual and philosophical implications of the ancient astronaut theory. If we entertain the thought that the gods of the Vedas were indeed extraterrestrial visitors, what does this mean for human consciousness, divine purpose, or cosmic design? Let's consider first the concept of divine purpose. Traditional beliefs often posit that humans are a creation of divine beings for a specific purpose. In the context of the ancient astronaut theory, this divine purpose could take on a different hue. Instead of being created by gods in the traditional sense, humanity could be the result of advanced extraterrestrial civilizations seeding life across the cosmos, perhaps as a grand experiment or as a means of ensuring their own survival. This possibility opens a new perspective on our role and purpose in the grand scheme of things. Next, the theory has implications for our understanding of human consciousness. If our ancestors were guided by extraterrestrial beings, it might suggest that our consciousness, our very ability to think, reason, and perceive, might also be a gift or a product of these advanced civilizations. This concept challenges the traditional notion that consciousness is unique to human beings or that it is the result of natural evolution. Instead, it provides a different lens through which to view the enigma of consciousness. Furthermore, the ancient astronaut theory could redefine our understanding of cosmic design. If the gods of the Vedas were visitors from other worlds, then the universe might not be a chaotic random expanse but a network of civilizations, perhaps even a grand design orchestrated by advanced beings. This idea transforms our perception of the cosmos from being a vast, uncaring void to a living, interconnected entity. Finally, if the gods were visitors, it implies that the spiritual experiences and insights recorded in ancient texts are not purely metaphysical, but could be based on interactions with advanced technologies or beings. This could mean that the spiritual wisdom of the Vedas, often seen as timeless and divine, could be a reflection of advanced knowledge from other civilizations. This does not diminish the value of these teachings but provides a different perspective, a cosmic context, to our spiritual heritage. In essence, the ancient astronaut theory, if accepted, could redefine our understanding of human origins, consciousness, divine purpose, and cosmic design. It challenges our traditional notions and invites us to view ourselves not merely as inhabitants of a single planet, but potentially as part of a cosmic community. As we continue to explore these ideas, we must remain open to the possibility that our place in the cosmos might be far more intricate and interconnected than we currently comprehend. The ancient astronaut theory and its potential interpretation of the Vedas has not remained confined within academic circles or esoteric communities. It has permeated pop culture, media, and online platforms, gaining a substantial following and sparking intense debates. From documentary films and books to TikTok and YouTube, the concept has found its way into the mainstream, captivating audiences with its intriguing blend of history, spirituality, and science fiction. Documentaries such as Ancient Aliens have dedicated entire episodes to exploring the theory, presenting the potential evidence with a sense of mystery and intrigue that captivates viewers. The series has been lauded for its ability to challenge conventional wisdom and provoke thought, although it has also been criticized for its speculative nature. Regardless, it has undoubtedly played a significant role in popularizing the ancient astronaut theory, bringing it to the attention of millions of viewers worldwide. The theory has also found a home in the realm of literature. Books such as Chariots of the Gods by Erich von Däniken have delved into the subject, proposing that ancient civilizations were influenced by extraterrestrial visitors. These books have sold millions of copies, further spreading the theory across the globe and prompting readers to question traditional historical narratives. On the internet, platforms like TikTok and YouTube have created an environment where ideas can be shared and explored in bite-sized, easily digestible formats. Users create content ranging from short, informative videos to elaborate conspiracy theories, all revolving around the ancient astronaut theory. These platforms have made the theory accessible to a younger, tech-savvy audience, further broadening its reach and influence. Online communities dedicated to truth-seeking and alternative history have also embraced the ancient astronaut theory. Forums and discussion boards provide a space for enthusiasts to share research, debate interpretations, and discuss potential evidence. These communities, often made up of individuals from diverse backgrounds and perspectives, contribute to a rich, if sometimes chaotic, discourse on the subject. In a broader cultural context, the influence of the ancient astronaut theory can be seen in the way it challenges conventional knowledge and sparks curiosity about our origins and place in the cosmos. It's an invitation to question, to seek, and to wonder. It's a testament to the human spirit's unquenchable thirst for knowledge and understanding. Even if the theory remains unproven, its impact on culture, on our collective imagination, is undeniable. It reminds us that there are always new perspectives to explore, new questions to ask, and new truths to uncover. The ancient astronaut theory's influence has not been confined to mainstream culture. It has also found a foothold in fringe communities and esoteric circles. These groups often delve deeper into the subject, exploring themes such as interdimensional beings, lost technologies, and hybrid bloodlines. Each of these extensions of the theory opens new avenues for thought and discussion, taking the core concept of extraterrestrial involvement in our past and expanding upon it in fascinating ways. The idea of interdimensional beings introduces the possibility that these so-called gods could be entities from other dimensions rather than distant planets. This plays into theories of multiverse and parallel realities, and suggests that our ancestors may have had contact with beings that exist outside our conventional understanding of space and time. Some proponents argue that the supernatural powers attributed to gods in ancient texts could be the result of these beings' ability to manipulate dimensions. Lost technologies is another popular theme among these fringe groups. It's posited that the gods of old gifted or left behind advanced technology, which was then lost to time. This could potentially explain the construction of ancient structures that seem to defy the technological capabilities of their time, like the Great Pyramids of Giza or the Nazca Lines of Peru. The gods in this case are seen as benefactors of knowledge, bringing enlightened tools and techniques to our primitive ancestors. Perhaps the most controversial offshoot of the ancient astronaut theory is the idea of hybrid bloodlines. This concept suggests that these ancient astronauts didn't just visit and leave, they intermingled with humans, creating hybrid offspring. This idea often ties into conspiracies about secret societies and ruling elites, believed to be descendants of these ancient hybrids. Such theories claim that these bloodlines possess superior intelligence or abilities and have secretly maintained control over human society throughout history. While these extensions of the ancient astronaut theory are admittedly more speculative, they continue to stir the imagination, providing ample material for discussion and debate. Each of these ideas, in its own way, challenges our understanding of human history and our place in the universe. They urge us to look beyond the accepted narrative, to question what we think we know, and to remain open to possibilities that may seem fantastical or far-fetched. They remind us that the search for truth is never-ending, and that there is always more to learn, more to explore, and more to understand. As we delve deeper into these theories, we're confronted with the humbling realization that we're but a small speck in the grand canvas of time and space. However, the notion that we've been visited, guided, or even manipulated by higher beings from other realms of existence, while unsettling, also imbues a sense of wonder and intrigue. It raises the question, are we the first civilization in the universe to reach this stage of development? Or are we merely the latest in a long line of species to be guided by these ancient astronauts? If the gods of the Vedas were indeed ancient astronauts, then what were their intentions? Were they altruistic benefactors, helping us along our evolutionary path? Or were they, as some theories suggest, self-serving entities, using us for their own mysterious ends? Perhaps like us, they were complex beings with a myriad of motivations and intentions. Ancient texts, like the Vedas, are filled with tales of gods and celestial beings descending from the heavens, interacting with humans, and leaving profound impacts on our history. Yet, we must consider that these stories were written by humans, subject to interpretation and bias. Could these tales be mere fabrications, the product of human imagination? Or could they hold kernels of truth, obscured and distorted by time, waiting to be rediscovered? The mysteries that shroud our past are immense, and the search for answers is akin to navigating a labyrinth. Yet with every step we take, with every theory we explore, we inch closer towards understanding our place in the cosmos. Regardless of whether the gods of the Vedas were ancient astronauts, there's no denying the profound impact these texts have had on our history and our perception of the universe. The ancient astronaut theory, while controversial and heavily debated, provides an alternative lens through which to view our past. It pushes us to question the world as we know it, to challenge the established narrative, and to consider the unimaginable. After all, isn't that the essence of discovery? Yet we must remember that, like all theories, it's based on interpretations and hypotheses, not concrete evidence. As such, it should be approached with a healthy dose of skepticism and open-mindedness. Only by questioning, exploring, and seeking evidence can we hope to unravel the truths hidden in our past. If the gods of the Vedas were indeed ancient astronauts, then what other secrets does our history hold? What other enigmatic figures in our past might have been visitors from other realms? If we have been visited before, could we be visited again? The answers to these questions remain elusive, shrouded in the mists of time, waiting to be discovered. Our search for truth continues as we strive to understand our origins and our place in the universe. In the end, the question isn't just whether we were visited by ancient astronauts, but what it means about our past, our future, and our place in the cosmos. It's an exploration of who we are, where we come from, and where we're going. And perhaps, just perhaps, we're not alone in this journey. Thanks for listening. This has been the Band History Podcast. If you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to follow us wherever you listen to podcasts. And if you'd like to support the show, subscribe to Forbidden Knowledge Network on Patreon. Subscribe now.